Hi, Carrie Bishop. Hi, Ange Carter. Thank you for coming over, Ange. Good to see you, sis. How you two doing? You know that chicken pot pie I was going to make, like Saturday or something? Hi, Whist. You didn't hear a bell ring yet. Well, I put off making it till today so I would have something to, you know, I don't know. I decided to save it till today. Do I need to bang a gong? The bell is right over there in the roll top desk for safekeeping. So, anywho, hi, I'm Susan. Welcome to Lip Lock No More. Carrie, you got some really good news. Is it something you can share publicly? Or do you need to tell me behind the scenes? I'm waiting. Carrie. Oh, I have goosebumps. Hi, Lily Rochelle. Yes, darling, I'm going to brainwash you. I've already washed my hands, so at least your brain will be sanitized. No, it won't. Wait, I'm having a moment. I'm having an emotional moment. The news from Carrie. Oh my gosh. Praise the Lord. And everyone involved. Okay, and a certain kind of ward. Yes, I understand. I think we all do. Hi, Nana Drama Nana. We're just getting the great news that Carrie Bishop's granddaughters are protected. Of course, we're using kind of code, but he, the monster in this case, is being detained in a certain type of ward. Not a drama nana. Hi, Grammy B. Yes, praise God. And y'all, listen, I want to say very little, but obviously Carrie is my friend as well as the managing moderator here. And so I've known for a while that things were going on, and now Carrie can breathe. Hi, John McKinney, yo potato head, Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, Grammy, Carrie's very discreet about her personal business, and it isn't mine to discuss, obviously. But the bottom line is the good news we have now. The grandbabies are so, oh, woo, yo tater head. Yes, John McKinney, Carrie shared the good news. And yes, oh, Cash, you're late, FFS. And you come in using foul acronyms. Cash, we're happy because right off the bat in our chicken pot pie chat, Carrie Bishop has come in. Hi, Carolina, with some really good news in regards to a situation in her life. And the bottom line is her grandchildren are safe. That's, yeah. Oh, no, Cash, that is not what that means. Cash, I am no longer a naive old woman when it comes to like these acronym type things you kids use. The first time my oldest son sent me a text that within the body of the text, he put LMAO. I'd never seen that before. No, it isn't, Cash. And I immediately texted back to my son, did you just call me a lame-o? I'm for real. No, Cash, I'm too old for that. Anyway, my son said, look at that again, Mom. It's LMAO, not LAMO. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? And he told me, yeah. Now I've got grease on my finger. But I'm catching on. One of my favorites in live chats is WTAF. And those who watch me can probably hear that. Hi, tears ran dry. When I put it in a chat, Lip Lock No More puts WTAF in a chat, I'll bet y'all can hear me saying, what the actual? Aww. Anyway, so I'm shunned and braless. Shun, 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 shunned. Shun, 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 shunned. Hi, Pam Fogel. Hi, Patricia. I am shunned. 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 Is Susan shunned? Yes, she is shunned. Is Susan shunned? Yes, she's shunned. The meeting will now be called to order. If the secretary will please start the ultra secret cult meeting recording device, otherwise known as a micro cassette in a Sony Walkman. Okay, would you please start recording and also take hard copy of the minutes of today's meeting? I have not been receiving minutes from our meetings from the secretary in a timely fashion. And so I find that we may have to elect another secretary. But because this is a cult, that means there are no elections. So I guess I'll just wait until the live chat uploads sometime tomorrow. Somebody needs to tell me how come everybody else on YouTube, yes, I said everybody, a word I don't like. Y'all know how I am with the everybody, everything, all of y'all, forever, never, always, okay. If the person who is supposed to carry out the trash in your place, if you say you never carry out the trash, if that person has ever once in their entire life, High Jam 420, ever carried out the trash, the word never does not apply. Those words are too loosely used. However, I am saying everybody, and now I forgot what I was going to say everybody does. That's how unimportant it was. Oh, no, it's because all these other YouTubers, as soon as they end their live stream, their freaking live chat is up. Boom. Why do I have to wait for 24 hours to be able? I am on a rant. Why do I have to wait 24 hours? Hi, I'm too honest for this. To see live chat, I don't know. I need y'all to investigate and find out using your keen investigative skills. And then come and tell me how come. Because I'm too fucking lazy to, reel it back in. I'm too effing lazy. Plus, I don't know how to go find out. You know, you have to have like 3 trillion subscribers on this app in order to gain direct access to actual YouTube humans. I'm still not even convinced there are any there. Anyway, if any of y'all know, please feel free to put it in chat, and then sometime tomorrow evening, I'll read it. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Okay, rant's over. Cash, what did you do randomly? What? Cash, what are you even saying? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know. Look, I did a live together the other night, randomly, live chat up. So I conclude it is, you conclude it's my problem. It's obviously my freaking problem, Cash. It's my freaking channel. You went live on YouTube Saturday night. Are you serious? Did we get to see? You have a channel? You mean you're more than just a badass troll on YouTube, as well as a really great mod on several channels that I really enjoy? So please, when I'm back in the chats, Cash, where you're a mod, don't. You actually have, oh my word, Carrie Bishop, honey, it pains me to ask you to do this. Not a drama, not a hardy. I, Cash. Now, on a serious note, for reals, on a serious note, I never realized that you have a channel where you are uploading content or going live. So after I end this live stream, um, I'm going to have to go over and sub up to you. And I promise I will be as good as I can be when I come over into your comment section. Y'all, now listen, because I haven't seen the channel, I'm not gonna out and out recommend, air quotes, Cash's channel. But I wouldn't see any harm in any one or all of us going over and checking it out. Because if the channel is anything like the personality we see in live chats on YouTube from Cash, it's got to be pretty dang good. Cash is funny. What is it that one comedian, that kind of country kind of comedian used to say? That there's funny, I don't care who you are. Hi, Candy. Ah, shucks, man. Been farming long? Anywho, I better not bend over too far, had I? Hilda, did Ro go off on me? That's funny. I don't watch her. I'm really picky about what I spend my time on. You know, we'll just leave it at that. But as y'all know, I don't even I don't click mentions or anything. When somebody like Be the Bean does a cute video, like the one the other day where I was like, it was my birthday, so I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna get stoned. I'm gonna get shit face stoned, and she did that cute little one. But Be the Bean and other kids like that, they know that adding me, tagging me in their title is not going to get my attention because I don't pay attention. So they'll let me know some other way. Hey, did you see the video that I did about you? But I guess somebody would have to assume that I would value the opinion of such a person, wouldn't they? Anyway, hey, act right. How you doing, baby? Wes, is that how you make a cat feel guilty? Point at them. Hilva. Cash, yeah, I do. I mean, who else can a person be, darlings? I wouldn't want to be anybody else but me. You know, you never know what is really going on. My life is too good to wish to be anybody else. I've never wished to be anybody else, actually. I can't say that I haven't had envy or jealousy of something about somebody else. Like, I wish I could sing like a number of people. And so I have a level of healthy envy uh, that I don't feel anything like weird or negative towards that person that has such the awesome vocal cords. Rather, I admire and respect their talent and wish that I could be that good. That kind of envy or jealousy. But I've never the kind of thing where I like, oh, I wish I had their life. Because here's the thing, like I say, you don't really know what's going on in somebody else's life, especially in their own head. I'll just stay in here where the good Lord put me to begin with. So now I have gone and touched a bunch of stuff. And how is the boss, by the way? Been ages since you he's doing really well. Thanks for asking, Cash. He's at work now, obviously. Or not obviously, but allegedly, in my opinion, the boss, my husband Bob, is at work. And he's doing really well, all things considered. And you guys know what those things are. So, and he, Cash, he's retired as a booze fighter from the Booze Fighter Motorcycle Club, where he was a charter member of the chapter. But he has to go to the last meeting of the year at the clubhouse to maintain his status. So yesterday was that day. And it was making me remember, Cash, when the boss and I first got together, we met at the Booze Fighter Motorcycle Clubhouse. It was a Saturday, or maybe a Sunday. It might have been a Sunday. And it was probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning before we left there on a motorcycle. Yesterday, Bob was gone for maybe 2 hours, and an hour minimum of that was drive time to get to the clubhouse. And when he came back, I was like, well, that didn't take very long. And he said, all I was required to do was show up. I saw no point in hanging out. And we kissed, and there was no beer on his breath. Now, I wasn't kissing him I just noticed because we always kiss when he comes home. Always. So I was like, you didn't even have a beer. Wow. So I don't even know why I'm sharing that. I'm sure you guys are all like, we don't even know what she's talking about. But it's about we've been together a long, long time. And neither of us are young anymore. And I really hope that every single one of you gets to live a good, long life so that when you end up old like us, you're still shitting and getting. So let's make a chicken pot pie. Anybody wants to. Made me get all sentimental about my feller. I gotta wash my hands again because I've handled so much stuff. Don't change outfits and don't bother pressing your clothes. Look out, I'm coming to see you, and I want to see you up close. If there's anybody new in the viewing audience today, welcome. My name is Susan, and obviously the channel is called Lip Lucked No More. Because I talk a lot. And we'll do this first. And this channel is a place where a mixture from different communities across YouTube can come and hang out for an hour or so with a batshit crazy old lady up here in the hills and hollers of Arkansas, or down here, depending on your geographical location. To give y'all a little place to just come hang out where even if you disagree with me or others in the chat on whatever it is at any point. As Kit Branch, one of our moderators, put in our last live chat, over here, we're allowed to see the world differently. So I'm attempting to provide a place where there is very little contention in the chat room. And where people aren't shamed for having feelings and actually fucking caring about others. And I find, as I mentioned the other day in the live stream, there have been a number of you who have put in the comment section after these live streams where I'm putting a dish together that you enjoy it because it is relaxing to you. And in today's world, I feel like any moment of relaxation that y'all can get. Y'all want to relax? Cut it out. Go on. Go on then. If you can't get along, get apart. See there, just like that. If you can't get along, get apart. So let us continue with the brawless construction of homemade chicken pot pie. Now, don't freak out. Look at them granny wings. Look at that. Look at there. You know what? If y'all live long enough, you're going to have them too. That's right. Turn you a little bit here. So, this is 1 can of mixed vegetables that I have already drained. Oh, and when I'm doing this, if you're new, you will not have heard me say, this is not a cooking channel. This is me doing my daily stuff, but I'm doing it live on YouTube. Why? Because I'm batshit crazy, that's why. Here's our leftover peas and corn that I told you the other day we were going to save and use for this. And because I was saving them for several days, I've had them frozen, and I took them out this morning to thaw. Another fun part of this to me, or maybe fun is probably not the right word, potentially beneficial to the viewing audience is that economically speaking, it can be difficult for some folks to put together a halfway decent meal that is not only nutritious, but is tasty and doesn't cost you an arm and a freaking leg. And this is one to where I can't make just a little bit, okay? Because it's a can of this, a can of that, and a can of that. And so there you go. So we're definitely going to end up with leftovers unless I share it with Lillian. So now then, shoot far. Another thing might happen when you get old like me is doing that right there on a can. Might be a little challenging. You ever seen one of these? Now y'all know. And yes, my fingernails look tacky as all get out, but by golly, they're clean, so I don't want to hear it. Now then, as y'all know, in our chant, which I change regularly because I'm making it up every time I do it, but it goes a little something like this. This is a cult. And I am your leader. And to be in my cult, you must have cute and useful kitchen gadgets. And this is one. Sure, am I showing side boob? I don't want to be showing side boob and then, have alt accounts from people that are blocked here from the chat. I'd hate for them to be able to clip it or for the knowledge hour to go, oh my God, side boob. Okay, no side boob. Good. Was that Chatty Jen? Hi, Chatty Jen. Okay, so 1 can cream of chicken soup. Now don't ask me how come my husband bought the fat-free kind. He knows I like just plain old cream of chicken because it is thicker and richer. However, he got me the 98% fat-free, so what's a girl gonna do? One can of chicken breast. Well, kiddies, if y'all don't stop, flitter. It must be. Just hide and watch. Huh. Now, I am not going to drain the broth off of the chicken. I'm not going to drain the broths. This is going in there. Drain the veggies. Don't drain the chicken. Dewey, Mommy's going to get a newspaper and shake it at you. Y'all ever noticed a lot of times, most of the time, but not always, that almost everything I do that's cooking here on the channel on the live stream Everything goes in one, it gets mixed in one bowl. And then it goes into one pot or pan. Dewey's acting up. Now see, this would be thicker if my sweetie had gotten me the regular cream of chicken, but no, we got the fat-free. But that's all right. It's all right. No problem. These kitty cats are doing the best they can to get on my, seasoned salt. Now, y'all might have noticed, you wouldn't have known, of course, to taste. You might have noticed that the chicken was a brand name. The mixed vegetables were store brand, and the soup was brand name. That's because I found that a can of mixed vegetables is pretty much a can of mixed vegetables. But I've also found that a can of canned chicken is not, they're not all the same. So I do prefer with the chicken and the soup, when we can afford it, which is usually, to get the brand name. Now then, you might say, well, you old heifer, that is not a pie pan. That's a souffle dish. At which point, I would have to say to you, you are absolutely correct. We're making what's called a deep dish. So we're using souffle. Don't change outfits and don't bother pressing your clothes. And yes, I'm cheating and using store-bought pastry. Look out, I'm coming to see you and I want to see you up close. Okay, so these are just regular pie pastries for, I think, a 9-inch pie. Well, now it's kind of like romance, kind of like tight pants, kind of like original sin, kind of like a tango, me and you again. It didn't go down in there even. Oh, by the way, I did very lightly, and by very lightly, I mean very lightly. I did spray the inside of this souffle dish with nonstick spray, like Pam. Okay. It keeps wanting to slide down in there. So. All these bleak Decembers, all these ice encounters, all that I remember is all the love in my life, all the love in my life. And I'm just getting it to level off and settle down. And because my crust didn't go down in there evenly, it's going to be a little wonky putting the top one on, but guess what? It's going to come out tasting good anyway. So I go walking. Oh, now I know some people don't like a whole lot of crust. I do. I'm a pastry. I love me some bread and some pastries and all of that. Okay. But if you're one of those folks that doesn't like that much crust, don't put the bottom crust in. Just make the filling, put it in your whatever oven safe dish you're going to use, and then just put you a top crust on. Okay. But I like a lot of crust. And what I'm doing now is I am tucking. This is where it's going to get wonky. All the love in my life. I don't know why I've got that song running through my head. That song is called Tango. And it's by an artist, Patty Larkin. But I've sure enough got that song going through my head. And I can't get it out of my head because I can't remember the next verse. Now, when you do this, if some of the filling runs out like mine is right now, don't worry about it. That's another reason I use the nose stick. All the love in my life. All the love in my life. All right, I need another song, so I'll quit thinking of that one. Oh, I go walking after midnight out in the moonlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking. Now I'm going to crimp around the edges after midnight. Searching for you. Now over here where it went down in there kind of wonky and my crust kind of tore over here on the edge. I know y'all can't really see, but right here, okay. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, the night wind whispers to me, and I'm lonesome as I can be. Just going to make a little pattern. I'm always smoking after midnight. I want that to look like it's growing up out of there. Now, just so y'all know, that's not supposed to look like anything in particular other than just a little bit of a design on the top to cover up the little hole and to kindly use up the little bits of crust. Oh, my nose itches, but I'm using the back of my hand. You got me begging you for mercy. Why won't you release me? You got me begging you for mercy. Why won't you release me? I don't know if I can do anything here with the... Okay, so I just made a little design on top and covered up the hole. Okay. And now, what did I do with my knife? You want to make a couple of little pokes so that the steam will vent and not make the crust soggy. If the steam doesn't get to vent, the crust will be soggy because the crust will absorb the steam that ain't getting to vent. Butter on a brush. And yes, it's real butter, not margarine. Did y'all know that when they first started selling oleo, any of y'all remember the word oleo? And margarine? Do you know that it was not yellow? It came with a little package of yellow coloring, and you had to color your margarine yellow yourself. But I like the flavor of real butter. So anyway, so now it's just a real light butter. And it's going to go in the refrigerator for now. It's going to go in the refrigerator for now because that's our supper, along with a side salad, a garden salad. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator without covering it, because I don't want any moisture to collect on the inside of like saran wrap or aluminum foil. And then there's like condensation, and then that makes the crust tough. Okay. Now, you wouldn't want to do this and store it overnight in the refrigerator without covering it somehow. But a few hours, it's not going to hurt to put it in the fridge without cover on it. And there's nothing in it that is smelly that's going to make the rest of the refrigerator stink if you don't cover it up. So, you got me begging you for mercy. Why won't you release me? You got me begging you for mercy. Why won't you release me? I said you better release me. Oh, I love you, but I've got to stay true. My morals got me on my knees. I beg you, please, stop playing games. Hi, KB. Let's see if we can go outside and me have a quick smoke. Without me, hi, Turkey Girl. Without me, hi, Slim Hauser. You're going to cook freedom fries for election day? Freedom fries. I remember when we were actually calling them that for a while. Yeah. Well, we made it this far without me bumping it and changing the orientation. Darlings, you know, because of the glare, I can't see your chat out here. So let me just indulge myself for a moment. A few puffs, I'll be satisfied. Then we'll go in. I've got a paragraph to read to you. And I actually do have a song going through my head. So that I might remember a word or two. It's been rainy as all get out. Yes, Wes, cigarette time. I just need a few puffs. Okay, I don't need. I think I do. I'm addicted to nicotine. So, yeah. Slim, are you smoking? And the French fries. There was a time that anything that had any phrase that had French in it here for a year or so or more here in the States became something else. I'll let somebody else in. You can have it. Smoke with me. Okay, Chatty Jen. That's right, baby. If you put your foot in it, that means you made it with love. That's now, we all know that is figuratively speaking. We're not gonna literally put our foot in, okay? But when Bob comes home from work and I get him his first glass of sweet tea with lemon wedge, I stir his tea with a clean finger, but I stir his tea with my finger on purpose because of that thought process. Darlings, I'm just waiting on your chat to come back up. Justice for you. Have you all seen the video of the little girl? They are saying, honey, yesterday, I shared, I think you're talking about Whistle Down. Now, there may be others. But Whistle Down did a fine job. Now, baby, let's be clear. There should not be anybody saying that that is summer. And Whistle Down is not saying it is summer. Whistle Down is asking, could it be? So yes, darling, Justice. I shared Whistle Down's video on the community tab here yesterday after having viewed it, of course. I don't share anything till I watch it, unless it's a live stream that's running at the time that I share it, okay? But and you don't think it is Justice? My husband, because I also took screenshots of the comparative photos that Whistle Down provided. So I took screenshots of those so that we could, make them big. And my husband, and Justice, I don't think it is either. I want it to be. But even if it isn't, based on what we learned through Whistle Down's research, whoever that little girl is, she needs help. She needs to be found, and something needs to be done, in my opinion. But back to what I was going to tell you about what my husband said. He said the nose, to him, the nose, the lips, and the chin, to him, look like it could be summer. But to him, the eyes are too wide set. But honey, wherever, hi, is Lucy Cat here? Hi, Lucy Cat. Hi, baby. Yes, Justice. And now I say that based on the information provided by Whistle Down here on YouTube, because based on her research into the boyfriend of the woman that says this little girl is her little girl, that man has 60 charges against him. I don't know for what. And there evidently at some point there had been a video uploaded somewhere, and I don't know where. Thank heavens it's been taken down. But one of that man paddling that little girl, spanking her. So that's okay, Justice, honey. I make typos all the time, baby, in live chats, because usually when I'm live chatting, I'm busy. My hands are busy doing something, and I use talk to text almost always in a live chat. And Justice, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff that comes out. West, I'm concerned about the little girl. What do y'all think? Anybody else that has seen? No, honey, Justice, almost all of my live streams are content free. And I pretty much nowadays, unless I come on with a prepared presentation, and even then you're not interrupting a thing, darling. This is an open, active chat, and that's the way we want it to be. Okay. But when I do this kind of a live stream, I'm bouncing off of your chat. So you're not interrupting, you're giving me something to talk about. So it's all good. It's all good. but my thighs are getting tired of me squatting down like this. Slim, talk to text hates you. It might be our accent. Well, I don't know what Slim's accent is, but you know. All right, let me put this out. Let's go in and read a paragraph because we've been on here an hour now, and we'll say goodbye and get on with our days. They're so danged expensive anymore, these nasty things. I smoke about a half of one, put it out, blow the stale smoke out of it, and save it for a couple hours from now. So, for anyone who hasn't been here, I have been reading, and we're continuing to do so today. Let me get my water. From a book titled Getting the Most Out of Life. And it was copywritten by the Reader's Digest in 1946. The stories are not actually stories. They're either biographical or autobiographical accounts or narratives that are collected in this book by Reader's Digest to help us get the most out of life. I'm an old lady, and I am traditionally unconventional and unconventionally traditional. I like old-fashioned stuff. Ways of thinking and ways of doing, ways of speaking. So today, from this material that I do not own any rights to, I'm going to read, oh, by the way, I only read the final paragraph. Why? I don't know. What do you mean pie? FFS. Pie, pie, me oh my, I love pie. Andie MacDowell from the movie Michael. Cash. Hi, Weepy. Dawn is saying it's not her. Did he say it with enthusiasm? You remember that, Carrie? They were in the cafe and they were ordering pie, and Andie MacDowell's character says, I wrote a song about pie. And they had her sing it, and that was it. Okay, so today we're going to be reading the final paragraph from the account titled, You Won't Be Snubbed by Henry Morton Robinson. Here we go. Oh my. This weather is wreaking havoc on my hair. Look at me checking myself out. For ultimately, we are not so different from one another. Training and tradition may have cast us in dissimilar molds, but the basic stuff of our humanity is pathetically the same. It is this realization that now makes every stranger accessible to me. He may be a barber or a banknote engraver, but it is almost certain that he can tell me something that will heighten my mental stature or increase my spiritual gauge. I may like him or I may not. If he bores me, I can be off. But the thing that constantly surprises me is the scarcity of people who are really boresome or offensive. By far, the larger part of our human race is composed of interesting and friendly members, all eager to know one another. And I have yet to see the person who did not become more attractive and more alive for laying aside his too prized reserve and mingling on equal terms with other members of our common, struggling, hungering human family. We are all not so different. It's just that sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees. That's all. I need to sing you out of here. Oh. Why? Because it's tradition. And look, I'm not being ridiculously idealistic here, okay? I know for a fact through my own life experiences that there are some really bad people in this world who do really bad things. But for the most part, we are all basically cut from the same swath of cloth. And we can be stitched together like a crazy quilt. And when you put all of those pieces together, you have something beautiful. Different ideas, different feelings, different thoughts, differences in upbringing, differences in social status, differences in education, differences in career backgrounds, differences in relationships we have had or not had. Lots of differences makes us interesting one to another, or at least to me. And a family is kind of like a quilt, here on YouTube anyway. Different pieces of fabric stitched together, forming one cohesive unit, but all of them remaining an individual piece within the unit. I love that. That's what I like over here. So now I stalled long enough in a way, trying to come up with something halfway decent to say to close out, to have a song come into my head. So I don't know if I can remember all the words, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. And look at that. I didn't even need water right there. I believe this song is written by Jill Sobule, Sobule. And as usual, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do a verse. And I don't know why it's in my head, but that's how it goes. So. The box sits on the bridge. The crowd is waiting. The chains are locked across my chest. There's no heart breaking. I've done this show 1,000 times. This trick's so easy as they lower me into your waters. There's no escaping. There's a secret passage out of here, but I don't wanna reappear. I just want to stay with you in here. In Houdini's box, close the lid, tie the knot, and Houdini's box, Houdini's box. Babies, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here because I'm fixing to end this live stream. But before I hit that end live stream button, I want to ask you, as always, to continue putting into practice being kind one to another, to the people you meet and encounter and are with day in and day out as well in your real life, here on the internet. Because you never know when your kind word or one genuine smile could make all the difference in somebody else's day. You don't know what's going on in their life. What will happen then? After you've done that, realizing it's not going to hurt you any and it's not going to cost you anything, it's going to come back to you tenfold when you're least expecting it but needing it the very most. I promise. Now, get out of my kitchen, you little whippersnappers. I've got stuff to do. Thank you all for being here. I love you. Shun, 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 shun. Shun, 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 shun. And Houdini's box. Close the lid and tie the knot.